to be using snowmobiles or anything. They're going to be doing this on foot and on skis, dragging grabs of equipment and food. So here is Dr. McCallum explaining the preparation that he has been doing.
So I started dragging one tyre, and there's not many flat areas in my lane, so every tyre drag session is a hilly session, and then after a couple of weeks I added my second tyre, and then when I really feel like a workout, I push one of my children in a pram as well, so it can be very challenging. I of course haven't had the opportunity to experience or acclimatise to the cold over the last few months, and that's just how it is. So I will, perhaps suffer a little bit more, and there'll be a bit more of a mental adjustment required for me as opposed to my colleagues.
He mentioned the cold. So in terms of temperatures, he says they're expecting between -10 and -30 degrees. But apparently one of the ways to help stave off the cold is to eat food too. They don't want to become food themselves. So they say they'll have to keep an eye out for polar bears.
Yes.
Definitely need to be aware of that on this trek as well. So plenty of perils to look out for. He does have experience in these conditions. He's done quite a few expeditions before. His day job though, head of engineering at the University of the Sunshine Coast. But the aim of this trip is to study snow density and any changes that could impact on sea levels. And he's also just really keen to demonstrate that you can do this kind of research in a relatively lightweight and cheap start for Denmark to join up with the rest of this international team tomorrow.
Yep.
And then on to Adrian McCallum. We wish you all the very best.
We do. He'll see some interesting things.
Yeah.
In fact, that reminds me, what are you looking at right now while you're listening? Because on a Wednesday afternoon, Jeff, as you know, I love to look at what you're looking at while listening, because it just paints such an interesting picture of this afternoon in Queensland.
Yeah.
So if you can hear me and Jess right now on 612 ABC Brisbane and Queensland,